There you go. Onlookers, that is a saltwater crocodile. Welcome to life in the Matrix. And this is part 2 of Sungei Buloh Wetlands Reserve. I put a link to part 1 in the descriptions below. Please check that out. Part 1 also has some information about how to get here, and this is in the northern part of Singapore. This is the main bridge area, which was newly built, and crocodiles do tend to hang out here. Well, there's the other one. And this crocodile I have been posting on YouTube Shorts, and I call her Yellow because her skin is yellow and black. Let me see if I can show her to you. There she is, yellow crocodile. You've seen her in YouTube Shorts. I'll put a link in the description below in YouTube Shorts. She's at a fair distance. She's got her mouth open, which basically means she's basking. She's allowing excess heat to escape from her body. That's how they regulate their temperature, body temperature. There she is, Yellow. Max zoom. It is warming up. The sun is not out completely. They love to bask in the sun. Shaded area of the mangroves boardwalk. All you hear are insects. I'm so happy it's not a crowded day, although it's a Sunday and there's a public holiday next day, the festival of Deepavali. So this episode will be posting after Deepavali, of course. The first episode will be part 1. I will be posting, I think, just after Deepavali as well. Plenty of sheltered areas here. If it's raining or there's a thunderstorm, this is a good place to hide. There's plenty of them all around the park. The mud flats are all exposed. The mangrove roots are all exposed. It's super low tide today. Okay, I started part 1 here at the visitor center and walked all along the coastal trail. If you remember, if you watched that episode, part 1, Sungei Buloh, and ended up at the plaza here. Now I'm inside here and I took a little boardwalk, mangroves boardwalk walk, and this is the main bridge in the center of your screen, which is this part here where I found the crocodile, the large crocodile. Continuing on my walk inside, there's a stork looking for fish, mussels, anything he can find to eat at the mangroves, keeping a wary eye out for crocodiles. And that is a Malayan water monitor lizard, and I've featured them also on my YouTube Shorts. I'll try and put a description below. And this is the main trail of the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve. Approximately 2 kilometers. Starts from the main bridge I just walked over and ends up again in a big loop back at the main bridge. And while walking on the main trail, I always advise people to keep an eye out in the water. There'll always be something swimming in it. And in the trees there might be snakes. Keep an eye out is what I always tell them. This is the main river on Sungei Buloh. Sungei Buloh, I need to explain this. Sungai means river in the Malay language, and Buloh means bamboo. So apparently this used to be mangroves full of bamboo growth before. Most of it is now gone, but the name stuck. So Sungei Buloh river bamboo. This is our wetlands reserve, and looking towards the main river of Sungei Buloh is where you see sometimes crocodiles basking. Difficult to find more, but we'll see. Looking for food. That's a plantain squirrel. Back on the trail. This plantain squirrel has found a meal. And there is tailless. One of the largest crocodiles we have here at the reserve. And tailless is enjoying a meal.
Looks like he's having fun.
No, he's having a meal.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, there, now I see him. Or I dare you.
He's the biggest we have in the reserve.
Yeah.
There's about 20 odd crocodiles here. He is the mascot of Sungei Buloh. He lost his tail in 2008.
How does he have propulsion like normal? They
He-
have, I think,
he
a tail
managed.
also to move.
Yes, and he doesn't have it, and he still moves. He's very clever. He uses the tides and he uses the current, and he also uses his webbed feet to make turns.
Yeah.
I guess he's just a bit slow.
Leaving tailless behind, and back on the main trail again. I often spot crocodiles, big and small, and snakes, and people end up asking questions about them, and I stand and explain. That is a Malayan water monitor lizard, our very own dragon, and it's trying to devour large fish. It's trying anyway. Monitor lizards are basically foragers, scavengers. They'll eat anything which is dead. What he's trying to do is he's going to try and rub this big fat tilapia, which is dead fish, and he's trying to rub it against the tree. He's also trying to tenderize it, and he's going to swallow it at some point in time. They'll eat anything dead, and so they're like the custodians of the wetland reserves. They keep the place clean, keep the environment clean. These water monitor lizards are endemic throughout the Southeast Asian region, including Singapore, and they call the Malayan water monitor lizard for a reason. They're from Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and the bigger cousin is the Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon is, of course, in Indonesia, in the Komodo Islands, and that is Varanus komodoensis. And these water monitor lizards are the Varanus salvator. Very common here in Sungei Buloh. I love watching them. Back on the main trail. And sometimes monitor lizards die. And this one is a juvenile. I'm not sure what caused the death of this one. And then the birds will get him, get the carcass. Life and death, part of nature. And throughout this walk, there are various shelters and hideouts from where you can actually sit and relax, catch your breath, or take shelter from the rain. Now, you are kind of familiar with this map. The wetland center is where I started, went around the mangroves boardwalk, then crossed the main bridge, and now I'm here. Platform 1 was where you saw the tailless crocodile, and I'm heading towards platform 2. This is a popular area to hang out and watch those migratory birds. They haven't arrived yet, but they should be soon as the winter starts setting in over Europe, Russia, China, Kamchatka Peninsula. From that area where all these plovers and whimbrel, everyone fly down south to warmer climates and feed and stay. So they should start coming anytime now, because the season starts from October, late October, which is now, until March or April of next year, when they all fly back thousands of kilometers away. Sungei Buloh also has a lookout tower called the Airy Tower, spelt like that, Airy Tower. A bunch of steps that leads to a platform way up there. It's a good lookout point just to see the area, and I've been up there several times. Continuing on the main trail. This is one of the most fascinating things for me in the nature reserve here. This is not the trunk of a tree, this is a termite mound. And I watched it from when it was somewhere over here, and they've added to it and added, and it's become so big that it's taller than a 6-foot person easily. Maybe from the ground it's more than 7 feet, and taken over a part of the encapsulated the trunk of this tree here. That's the human equivalent of the Burj Khalifa or whatever that is in Dubai, that tall building. It's just made by a tiny bunch of termites. It's amazing. That's a long shot of it. Almost back one full circle. This is the main hide. Observation hide. You've seen the map before, so you know where I am. The main hide is designed for people to sit and relax and watch the shorebirds, particularly in the migratory season or when it's raining. It's a good place to relax and watch birds, like this person is. Okay, better colors. In the main hide are also the details of all the visitors that come here. The Mongolian plover, the common sandpiper. These are the birds we expect here in Sungei Buloh in Singapore pretty soon. Egrets and herons, birds with long bills, birds with short bills, other common birds. We hope to have these winged visitors here pretty soon. And from the main height, I'm heading back towards the main bridge to cross over back to the mainland area of the wetland center. And I shall end the video there. I usually find lots and lots of snakes here on my walks, but not today. The area where I find them the most has been now cordoned off for some maintenance, and unfortunately I will probably have to do another episode some other day. You can also watch my snake videos on the YouTube shorts that I will be posting from time to time. I think I have posted a king cobra and a pit viper in the past, so please check those videos out. I'll put a link to those videos here, and hopefully I'll do another trip one of these days and show you more snakes. Back at the wetland center, and what you just now saw were the dog-faced fruit bats. They call dog-faced fruit bats because they are dog-faced. They look like dogs that fly. Look at this guy chilling out. The water monitor lizard chilling in the middle of this pond here. So the wetland center has a cafeteria, but it's all automated food and vending machines. There's vending machines here in the central foyer as well, and there are restrooms, of course, and there's instructions of what you can do and what you're not supposed to do here when you come to the wetland reserves. And mostly no fishing, no hunting, no plucking of things, and no eating, no smoking, no dogs. For taking dogs on walks is prohibited, and keep quiet mostly. It is 6 p.m. here and time to call it quits. This is exactly where I ended part 1 of the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve, when I started from the visitor center up to the wetland center, and part 2 was what you just watched. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It had a few crocodiles in it, including the iconic tailless one, and he was having lunch or late dinner or early dinner or whatever. And then you saw a monitor lizard feeding, and except for snakes you saw a bunch of other wildlife as well. I'm happy to have brought all of that to you, and it is time now to end this video here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, the usual stuff. Help my channel grow. I'm doing it for you guys, just for fun and for bringing a slice of my travel experiences through this channel, Life in the Matrix. Have fun wherever you are. Ciao. Bye-bye.